myself, guys. I'm a better person now.
But your past is going to haunt you till the end of your days. And you know
I
that.
know. I know. There's always something on the back of my mind screaming, 1, 2, 3. Like, stop! Stop! Go away! And talking about Yordles, it's going to be Veigar, the first one to kick the bucket. On the other side, are they going to focus on the bot lane as well? There we go. Jinx is going to be removed. On the other side, Domino may focus on more specific picks that AaB have shown to make something out of them and force him to play on a weird position. Hecarim is also really good for Bobas. He's not going to be able to play it. On the other side, they may focus on Chris yet again, but it's not going to be a Shaolin. Okay, the Ahri.
Yeah, I'm not going to see Ahri today. I'm slightly disappointed,
No, you're not.
to be honest.
Nightmare is sad in a room, I know.
I know too, but I need to see more of her, you know, on the mid lane because she's such
Really?
a champion with all the changes introduced her. I need to see a good game from Ahri. That's something I really lack to this day.
You need to tune in on Division 1 NLC next Wednesday.
Okay, I will. No, I will not have Ultra Liga. God damn it.
Oh,
We have
okay,
the finals of
now?
Ultra Liga, so no. But
Makes
yeah,
sense.
Zeri. Let's have a look at the bans because we have the first batch of them coming in. Look at that little pantheon right there for you, especially Altruim.
Nah, obviously, there's a lot in line. Domino are aware of that. They're not allowed to falter. Obviously, they need to pick something else. If they pick the Nami, obviously, you want to get something more aggressive on the bot side. But obviously, Volibear is in a really good position in the meta. I was thinking, okay, if you pick the Nami, you probably can bring the Lucian, but you need to see the other AD carry first before you pick the Lucian, or you might get heavily punished by a Lux alongside with a Caitlyn or something with a high engage like Nautilus.
Like Nautilus and like Nautilus Aphelios, for example, because Aphelios is not banned, and looking at that first pick of the support, it could be a very powerful combination on the bot lane. Like, Nautilus and Thresh both work so nicely with Aphelios because they provide the very heavy engage, but at the same time, especially, to be honest, with Thresh, when it comes to protecting the AD carry, they are just absolutely on top of that. And that is Viego answering Volibear. There is a slight possibility that it could be leaning Viego, but I really hope that is not going to be the case because that usually does not end well. So no, I am assuming that that is the answer to that Volibear directly because pretty much having the same idea behind it, trying to influence the fights on the side lanes as much as possible, but at the same time just securing yourself a great duelist for later stages in the game because Viego scales.
And also the idea of, it seems like Domino want to get in the backline. They want to get hard engaged, and Viego is really good on that. Like, okay, come to us, I'll accept it, I'll stun, I'll get the shadow as well, and I'll get the reset city. Nautilus is also really good at CCing people. Like, everything he does CCs, even his auto attack. So obviously, if you want to dive into the backline, but also if you can get a control mage, so the pool of AD carries are being ignored right now. They know they want to protect Chris and then the AD carry, Ribery as well. We may see a lot of focus on the second rotation of bans on the AD carry and taking away the entire champion pool, like Vados, even the Aphelios, even I was thinking about Zaya as well. A lot of those AD carries can be removed and they'll be forced to play something weird for them and mostly comfortable on the champion pool. On the other side, do you pick the mid lane as well?
What?
Technology. I have no idea what happened. It seems we have two victors. Is this two Shen evolved into evolution? Let's move on with the show, Salari. It doesn't matter. Akali has been banned. What?
It'll be hard to move on with the show, right? I know. And it's still a mystery of what is happening in this thing right here. We don't know. But, oh, and we have, okay.
Something happened. Bring it back. Yeah, bring it back to us. Because, okay, obviously, aside from the victor, every single pick is going to be the same. Every single ban is going to be the same. My mind is confused right now because I got to see two victors in the tournament. Solari, so they might pick the victor on Domino's side, which means AaB are forced to reply. Back in the day, we used to see the Corki spam versus the victor, but at this time, Corki is no longer available. It's still available. It's still really powerful in the late game, but now the packages are a little bit weird in terms of timing, and even damage is a little bit tweaked. I'll say tweaked. So obviously, if they pick the Victor, what do you believe could be picked into the mid lane to face off versus that Victor, since Ahri is not available?
I am thinking about Ryze to be the immediate answer to Victor, to be honest, because he can keep up with Victor in terms of the range. Why are you so happy? Did I just score something or what?
It's usually what I do in Goldberg. Oh, Goldberg flamed me for this, by the way. Usually when I'm NLC, what I do is I bring weird topics that I know people will correct me and talk about what I want. So Goldberg picked on that because I usually bait you guys to talk about what I want.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Okay, we got information that this is going to be fixed. Don't worry, it's going to be the same picks, the same bans, and then we get to the victory, it's going to be fixed. But no, you talked about it was perfect. Like the answer was perfect because you brought in the champion that I was hoping you could bring in, because Victor is a big control champion. On the other side, Ryze could do the same, and he's really good as damaging from front to back as well, which seems that is the composition of AaB. So I'll allow you to continue because I'm enjoying what you're talking about.
Thank you very much. But really, Ryze is something that can stand very comfortably against Victor on the laning, because Victor has the advantage of having the range and having the control and quite a lot of damage from early on, to be honest. Ryze can bring the same things to the table. He has the damage, he has the range, so he can stay pretty safely and avoid the ganks because of that and because of his control and movement speed. But also, when we go later in the game, first of all, Ryze ultimate can be a major table turner for the team, especially for the heavy engager team, because you have the very good opening to continue on to rather chase somebody, or you can try to execute some flanking maneuvers or just catch somebody from the fog of war, basically. But also at the same time, Ryze, okay, we have Karma in the end, answering apparently that Victor in the mid lane, because we already have the support.
It could be top as well, yeah.
It could be top, indeed. But doesn't make point to talk more about Ryze anymore, apparently.
Who knows? Who knows? We still need to see this, because Gunkos can play the Karma. Now he's taking away the action. So this could be a Karma top lane. You can do a lot of builds for the Karma and boost up this team. The Ryze is also a good pick. You can also get the wave clear from Karma and mobility as well if you want to gank the top side. Gunkos, to me, is one of those carries. So obviously they want to play for Gunkos. They want to play for Ribery as well. And since Toon is bringing in the Nautilus, I got lagged in. I went DJ Tiesto on that one. But you got the Nautilus for the bot side for Toon. Means that he will not be able to play the Karma unless this is the return of Nautilus top lane, which I don't think is going to be. There we go. A lot of top lane is being removed. I mean, Tryndamere doesn't do that well versus Karma. He's still Tryndamere, but still Karma can deal with the Tryndamere. So I think this is going to be a mid lane Karma, yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly the same thing that I'm thinking. And apparently Domino think the same, still trying to eliminate some top laners, starting with Jace, something that just hits you from afar and hits you heavily. And he's a very good tool to start the fight, or rather to have before you even start the fight, to take down the health bars of the enemy. So this is not available anymore. For top lane, there is still something like not available if you want to go with something with the range and the same idea of having different possibilities to play around the team. Still an option to go with it now, or maybe to go with a Kali top lane. Because you have...
that would be interesting, because I think Domino are looking for a Malphite top if they take away the Darius. And if this is picked, it means that Karma will probably... Oh, they want to force the Kai'Sa bot with Nautilus? Interesting. I mean, the damage output is ridiculous. And now you as Dominos need to be aware of that. Ribery can just demolish you. And this could probably be a hell of blades attack damage. Kai'Sa, so you need to face that damage. And that would be the Draven.
If the Kai'Sa goes to the bot lane, and yeah, we get the Draven locked in the end, that is going to be a very packed bot lane, to be honest, because there can be so much action, and both of these AD carries have very heavy engagers as their supports right now. So the moment we hit level 2, we can start seeing very heavy skirmishes, but still we have the flex picks available for AaB. Still that Karma and Kai'Sa can suddenly flip everything around. We still need to see the last pick, which is coming, because there is not actually locked for the top lane, and here comes the top laner for AaB Esports. Not coming yet, but
And this allows, okay, that would be interesting, but this allows the entire enemy of AaB to go for a different route. Because if you look into Karma, she would be the only magical damage, focused magical damage. And if you bring a Viego, if you bring an Aatrox, this allows Ribery for the bot lane Kai'Sa to go more of that poking Kai'Sa with AP. You can diverge your build and bring something else if you need so. Obviously, she can go for the stable pick for the attack speed, attack damage as well. She can go for Nash's Tooth as well. It could be a thing. You can get the attack speed for your upgrade on E, upgrade on W as well with that item, and another one. But you can go for the poking as well. So there are 3 paths for Ribery right now, and you need to decide before you jump into the game. Or else Karma is going to be the lonely dealer of magical damage. On the other side, look at that potential in terms of team fight. And Domino are aware that they're the ones that need to pull the trigger. They're the ones that need to win this game. AaB are locked in relegations. Domino, if they want to go to playoffs, this is the game. So obviously they're bringing a press R combo, and they're just going in, and that is a massive team fight. So if you want bloody team fights, Solari, they got you.
Thank you very much, Domino Esports, for having me here, because I want to see some bloodbath on Summoner's Rift. I'm ready for it.
Man. I'm telling you guys, she's crazy. I love casting at you because not every analyst is that mental when it comes to team fights.
Crazy.
They're more comfortable, like, okay, I want to analyze things. Can you guys please chill? No, you're straight up for team fights, and that's what I want.
I love team fights. I cannot help myself, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. No, but I expect my wishes to be fulfilled in this game, to be honest, because both of the teams have so much on their hands right now. They have so much damage. They have so many engage tools and so many different things so many different ways they can play their compositions around. So really, the laning phase can, go by very quickly. Most probably there's going to be some tension on the bot lane because I just expect to see it from such 280 carries. But then as soon as we jump into more of a team fight, or even more of like 3-on-3, 4-on-4 skirmishes, that is where the things are going to get really spicy, because that is where everybody is going to just show everything that they got. And there is a lot. Yeah, definitely there is a press combo that you call the team of Domino Esports here. But on the other side of the map, there is actually a lot of quite the same potential as well. If you look at it, if you look at that Kai'Sa, if you look at that Viego, who can just duel somebody out of the enemy team, and then the rest can just follow up, dealing with the front lane, dealing with everybody else. A lot of interesting things can happen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Summoner's Rift. What a beautiful skin on Leona that is. Oh my goodness. It's the prestige one, right?
It is. I prefer the lunar one, but this is a good one.
Thank you
look at that. That's a good shield.
Yes. Oh, she's beautiful. I still prefer the solar eclipse, though.
There you go. We have good taste. We have good taste.
We do.
If only you didn't like Yuumi, that would be perfect. But okay, looking at Keystones, I would like to point out something interesting. Not only the bot side Ribery went for the Hail of Blades, so it's really good to proc the plasma, but Chris brought in lethal tempo as a Draven. Usually we get to see Hail of Blades to just demolish with the spinning axe, or even depress the attack because it amplifies a lot of damage, and the rest of your abilities will just insta-kill everybody. On the other side, then went in with the Aftershock, which is the usual thing for Leona because you want to be tanky when you go in alongside with your Eclipse. On the other side, Toon brought in the Glacial Augment, so he's not going to be as tanky as he wants, and if Nautilus is caught out of hand, he may perish really fast.
But that also tells you that both of the teams are looking at completely different approaches to the team fights, because AaB want to jump in, quickly eliminate everybody, and get out of the fight victorious, while for Domino Esports, the longer the team fights will last, the happier they will be, because they will get the sustain and they will get more damage on their hands. So the problem for AaB is if they manage to execute their approach perfectly, so if they engage heavily, if they control and kill everybody on the spot, yeah, everything is very good for them. You win this, you're going home happily. But if you don't do it, oh my god, an early gank we have here, level 2 gank from Viego. Oh,
gets the hook, gets the Leona, then needs to proc the Aftershock, gets the stun. They want to switch it. Chris needs to flash away. The Ignite is burning, not even close, baby. AaB, and Chris now is in jeopardy. The flash is available, but the auto attack comes in. It's a kill for an AD carry for the support, and then the now wants to run away, and Toon using it all that it can. Gets the last spot available as BlueBen is also on the bot side. Flash is available, but do you fancy that one? That would be a really hard one to get. Not unless you flash in. Zig, hook, where's the kill? The aftershock, will the other get the kill? No, BlueBen gets the second one. It is a bloodbath.
It is indeed. Oh my god, it is happening on the bot lane where I expected the action to start, but I have to be honest with you, Artyom, I did not expect it to start that early and to be just that big of an action. That was a lot. 3 kills already, 3 minutes in the game. Will the teams manage to keep the ratio of the kills to minutes in the game? I don't know, but to be honest, I kinda hope so. Oh my goodness, that fight on the bot lane. Let's see what exactly happened here, because again, AaB going all in for the engage. They want to be the ones to pull the trigger, and they want to be the ones finishing the fights very fast, very quickly, very efficiently. But then something doesn't really go right for them, because it's still Chris, and he still has a lot of damage from very early on, and there is still Leona here. But then, with Karma deciding to join in, standing in that push where there's no fights. Oh my god, there's more fights!
Bobos doesn't have the flash available, doesn't matter because he gets enough movement speed. The Ruined King gets himself alive out of that one. Sidon wants to do something as well. Shaolin approaches the bot side, and they know Domino are aware that they need to win this one if they want to get into playoffs. On the other side, AaB wanting to play spoiler to allow Light Side to go into playoffs. Remind yourselves, if AaB wins this one, Domino gets kicked away from playoffs, and it's Light Side taking their place.
So it's really important both for the teams who are playing in this game right now, but also for the teams watching that. Ooh, a lot of damage happening on the mid lane from both sides. But it's so interesting when the game actually decides something for the team who is not even playing in this game. But yeah, that is one of those. Oh my goodness, that third hit hitting that little yordle. That
a little yordle. He's going to transform himself, so
yeah, it's not so little anymore. But you know,
there you go.
Grow up. That happens.
It's lovely when they grow up. When you get to see them grow up, and then they go back to small, and then they grow up.
Yeah, but not
it's
when
the
you're
Digimon world, you know.
Oh my goodness, where are we taking this conversation? I don't want to know. No, forget it. Let's see what's happening in the bot lane, because there is quite a difference between the CS with Chris actually leading this one, even though AaB are really trying to do something about it, and they have an advantage on their hands because the kill on the bot lane actually went in the hands of the AD carry on their side, unlike the side of Domino Esports. Oh, not
Toon engages, but he's not aware that something is amiss. Then goes back in. The aftershock is keeping him alive. Ribery flashes in to at least get the kill, secures the kill, but Sidon with the red buff and a bite on the back gets himself another one. Teleport was used in Shaolin, wanted to help on the bot side, but loses momentum in the mid, allowing BlueBen to push and try to deny some sort of farm.
We're still keeping the ratio, by the way, pretty nicely. 5 to 5,
yes.
Or 5 to 6, but it can be changed pretty soon to still keep the ratio. And that is yet another Hex Dragon coming as the first dragon. It's some sort of pattern I'm seeing in today's games, but I'm very thankful for it, to be honest.
We need fights. That's all we need.
Yes.
We got a play-by-play that is crazy, and an analyst that follows. You need those fights. You need those fights. Gunkas now knows that Gnar has no ultimate, but as we know, Gnar ultimate has a cooldown that is kind of shady. It is 50 seconds or something like that. He's an astronaut.
Yes. A small, cute astronaut. Oh my goodness, I love Gnar just a little bit too much, I think. He's just so cute.
Okay, aside from that, where do you feel the game will take off? Because it's a next tech draw. Oh, there we go. It's another fight. But the root on Chris, it's not what Dominos were looking for. Sidon approaches, and he's looking at Toon. Toon gets slow. Chris is stacking the lethal tempo, and it's lethal. Yes, it is. As he actually gets the cash in. I don't think it's a big cash in, but it's a cash in nonetheless. And they get advantage for the dragon.
Yes, some early cash in is always welcome in your pockets. And yes, you get the advantage for the dragon. And actually, speaking of the jungler, because Sidon is really paying a lot of attention to the bot side of the map, not just ganking it, but also replying so nice to whatever Bobas is trying to execute there. So both junglers really know what is at stake and where they have currently the strongest parts of their team. And they know they need to feed the AD carry. So far, Kai'Sa seems a little bit more fed, so a little bit more successful in that sense, but that can change pretty quickly. And she's running slightly behind in terms of the farm, because it's really hard to keep up with the speed of farm that Draven is able to put on the table. But here comes the first Drake. It's going to AaB, apparently, yeah, because there's nobody to stop them from getting the Drake.
So there's no Mountain for Soul, there's no X-Tech. It could be an Infernal Drake, and you know I love that explosion when you get it. Yes. Obviously, if you're playing Victor and Gnar, you want that explosion. You can poke from afar. On the other side, it's mostly about Ribery and Blue Band doing it. But we'll get there when we get there. As Rift is trying to push away Gunkos, they both went in for the steel caps instantly. They know that they have to force... they have to fight versus 2 AD, so Rift has to fight versus Gunkos and Bobas. They're both AD. Gunkos on the other side knows he has to fight Rift and Sidon as well. And even though it's a Volibear, it's mostly AD. So that's why they rushed in steel caps, because he knows that the pressure will come from both physical. In terms of mid lane, it's going to be the Moonstone Karma. We know that is going to provide a lot of shielding, and since Ribery didn't win for the tier, it means this is going to be an AD Kai'Sa. So magic damage on the side of AaB, it's kind of low.
It's not even low, it's going to be extremely low, I would say, because taking a support for the mid lane, especially such a support as Karma, yeah, it can work extremely nicely for your team. Wait for it, Siren is going on the Gunkos here on the top lane. Oh my goodness, Mega!
In the middle of the air, you just NBA him away as Sidon now gets pushed away. The bed is getting way too low, and Bobas is there alongside with Gunkos. They turn this around as Gunkos now is chasing in. Eventually, the Darkened Blaze is going to knock him up. The stun is there and bring him down for another one. The turret leaves them low. Yes, they do. As Shaolin is approaching for revenge. Karma wants to help him. The shield is nearby. Bobas just needs to buy enough time. The stun is there. Is he going to flash away? He smites away the grab. The shield keeps him alive. And Blue Band with a beautiful rotation keeps his teammate alive.
Ooh, that was very nerve-wracking, to be honest. There in the top lane, was pretty sure at some point that Bobas would go down, but yeah, that smite with the crump. Oh my god, more action on the bot lane. No,
it's not enough. They're just teasing, just teasing, Salati.
Come on, I mean, I like it that we can continue. Ooh, but yeah. And now look at Bobas getting out of that situation alive and securing the Herald for himself unnoticed by the enemy team. But more action on the bot lane, potentially, because Sidon is here and he wants to see some more action. Potential tower dive. He is post level 6. There is level 5 only available for Nautilus, so no knock-up available from the depth from below. Or that's not the name. Wait, I'm getting confused.
Depth charge.
Depth charge. Yeah, I'm confusing Nautilus with Pyke somehow. That's very weird right now.
I mean, it's not. I think both skills are from Nautilus, so it's fine.
Okay,
it's
makes
fine
sense.
Nonetheless.
Fine. Thank you. I feel better now. But we don't have Dragon coming up in another 2 minutes. The Herald was just being taken by AaB's jungler. So in terms of the major objectives, everything is very calm on the map, so everybody can have a little bit of breathing moment. We're not keeping up with the ratio of kills to minutes, but it still have time to, you know, fix this little situation. But going back to Karma Moonstone, indeed, that is a Karma Moonstone with a mythic already available for her. That can work very nicely for your team because you get a lot of sustainability, but you're sacrificing some things. And first of all, in this combination, indeed, you sacrifice a big chunk of magic damage, especially with the decision to take Kai'Sa go full AD. It could be a little bit questioned, to be honest. We still need to see how it's going to work. Oh my goodness, another engage.
And then find something amiss. There's the ultimate Heartseeker to get him into safety, but there's no safety away from that. Blue Band also gets slowed. It's not enough to chase for the kill because they already got one. It's Boba's, and at this point, well, the Herald is on Boba's hands. I mean, he's not allowed to use it right now. He probably wants to use it on the bot side or even the top side to get one of those ahead. I don't think you're going to use it on the mid lane. Karma is now one where you want to get your lead right now.
Bot side looks good because there's Dragon coming up already in less than a minute now. So, oh, what a good flash that was, Chris. Saving yourself. here with that one little summoner spell. But both side looks good because there is a dragon coming up, so you might want to try to leverage some of the pressure at this side of the map to secure yourself a safer approach to the Drake. Which will be hard, to be honest, to execute because Domino Esports know what's going to come their way. They are prepared for it, and still their bot lane is extremely powerful. That Draven is... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness, he's farmed up. Thank you very much, Solar. He's farmed up pretty nicely, and he is very dangerous, especially for something like Viego, who is not really that stacked up yet.
And he's looking for the Eclipse as well. So he's going to have that little shield. He's going to have the lethality alongside with the armor penetration. It's going to be a lot of damage that the Draven is going to dish out since he brought in the lethal tempo. So those are going to be heavy attacks. They're going to let this one slide as well. They're comfortable that the Soul is not going to be that dangerous, as AaB are going to secure themselves yet another objective. It's an ocean. It's kind of set on one side, but on the other one you have a Karma. With the ocean, Bobbas also has sustain, Gunkas has sustain, Ribery can proc as well. I'm just saying, this ocean can bite back on Domino's back.
Absolutely. While the Infernal Soul could have been spicier, definitely, but this one can also bring some very interesting things on the table. So it's not the soul that you just drop, not in this situation. Oh la la!
Chris doesn't have a flash, doesn't have a life as Ribery goes in and takes the kill, and Denon is going to get rooted away. No, he's not. On the other side of the wall, Sidon is there, and I know the light side are looking at this game and cheering for AaB as Rift is getting low, and the world anger is down. Another team fight on the bot side as Denon is actually capable of getting away. Ribery is way too low. The Chaos Storm is proccing on the Kai'Sa, but doesn't take him down, and Denon is left alone once again as everybody's dying on Domino's side. Den sees the light, but that's not the light you want to see at the end of the day.
That's the opposite of what you were expecting to see, probably. Still, jumping a little bit, but there is still a lot of tension on the bot lane with Herald.
What is happening?
I don't know. We don't know where to look, to be honest, and I can understand that because there is just so much that is happening and can still happen. But no, there is not going to be continuation of that fight on the bot lane in terms of the kills. You take the turret, you actually take another turret in the meantime on the top lane as well, so you're pretty happy with the outcome of what happened, and you almost managed to keep up with the ratio, so it's good. Let's see what happened at the top lane in the meantime, because there was a solo bottle kill for that Aatrox on that little Gna, who does not have Mega Gna coming anywhere soon. He apparently just came off of it looking at the cooldown. So it's a good opportunity for you to go in to hit once, to hit twice, to hit thrice. Oh my god, so much damage. The poor little Yodel cannot do anything about it. Here is the bot lane with a lot of action, everybody jumping around, especially the Pantheon, and providing a lot of damage, but boom, boom, the Pantheon goes down, the reset for Viego, and he happily continues, and we continue with the game. Same happily, to be honest.
Every single Darkened Blade connected at the center. That's way too much damage for the Mininar. And that's a solo Bolo getting ahead on the melee versus range matchup. This is bad news from Domino. Domino wants to secure themselves a spot for playoffs. They want to secure themselves a spot for best of 5, but AaB are playing spoiler, and ever since they got a little victory in the past week, I think they're getting boost of confidence. They know they're fighting for something. It's not for them, but it's for their hometown, and we'll talk about that soon enough.
Okay, good. I'm really waiting for it. But indeed, that looks like a morale boost for the team, and they are playing on top of it so nicely. Oh my god, another Darkened Blade, catching that little Yodel again, just coming out of cooldown. But the Herald is coming up very soon, less than a minute, and apparently AaB are really interested to take it because they can continue the push quite heavily. The outer turrets are gone already, all of them for Domino. No, the mid one is standing still. Yeah, so that's something you could try to take care of to eliminate it from your way. Or maybe continue with some of the inner ones. Doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be very useful for you. While Domino are trying to reply with something, sending Victor to the side lane to split push. It's always a lot of risk when you send the mid laner, especially such as Victor to the side lane. But apparently everybody's busy, so you're good.
Can I take a peek at how many stacks Chris has at the moment, adoration stacks for the Draven? 127. He's running low on those. He's running low on those. By the way, it's going to be a fight on the bot side as Gunkas popped the ultimate, so Shaolin is in jeopardy as the TP comes in, and now Gunkas is running for his life. There's no TP available. Sidon is on the round of the corner. He wants to knock up one of them, but it's 3v1, and he will eventually go down. The hunger was there, but the health was not. Meanwhile, in the mid line, it is Ribery trying to push away the turret, but Chris goes down way too fast as Ribery has a lot of damage. Toon is running low on fumes as well. Denon wants to get the stun, and look at Sidon. He takes a peek. He fancies it, but Blueban is there to get the shield, so he's not allowed to go in as the T2 from top lane falling, and AaB are winning this game. Light side, the Danish team. AaB is Danish team as well. They're looking for both. AaB is playing for Denmark.
Yeah. Caring for each other because you both come from the same country. It's like we cannot really get much from it, right? But we're doing it for you, brothers. We're doing it for you. We're helping you. Alma trying to have some action here a little bit. Oh, we have the Drake coming up. It's a potential soul point for AaB with the Ocean Drake. So a lot of tension around it, obviously. Look at Dominos, though, securing themselves some good terrain already. They have some advantage, but AaB are here. They're taking some good spots in the jungle as well with the Ocean Soul. We have a lot of bushes, so a lot of potential. Oh, here he goes. Look at it.
It's Sidon that gets caught. He will be forced to use his ultimate, but meanwhile, it is Stun getting deleted. Denden is going to face the same fate as Bobbas goes in. He doesn't care. Denden is going way too low, and Bobbas just wants to take the life away from Chris. Domination stocks are down as a double kill comes in for Gunkus. He's not enough. He wants more. We talked about this as an interview, but that's a mega nod. Perfect. But look at the sustain coming in from the guard drinker. Shaolin is running away for his life as the entire team is dead, and the Ocean Drake is available for taking.
One thing you need to secure to make sure that Karma mid lane with Moonstone works for you and works for the whole team and makes sure everybody's up and running. You need to secure early advantage, and you cannot by any means give it away to the enemy team. And look at what AaB are doing. They are doing just that. Here comes the soul point for them. They are winning 6-14. We go so far. Oh my god, there is a potential another fight in the jungle, but let's see what happens at the Dragon Pit with Nautilus. Such good engage coming over and over and over again from Nautilus. You can see why this champion is banned so often. But then the continuation from AaB with so much damage from Aatrox and from everybody else with Karma making sure that her carries are up and running and they have all the shields and the movement speed they need here. Still living, still chasing, still getting the kill on the Mega Gna. That is a hell of a beautiful fight. Yet another one. Oh, nothing happened. Good. 6-14. We're still going. No fight happened in the jungle.
Solari. I need to breathe, man. I need to breathe. Give me... No, I don't need a bit. Sidon flashes away. Today is a beautiful day to watch League, man. Division 2 of NLC is always providing us with action-packed game. If you're a Michael Bay fan, Division 2 is for you, man. It's explosions after explosions and team fights after team fights. People think Transformer has enough action. This is the real Michael Bay movie. Bobbas now getting isolated. Here comes the gravitational field trying to slow them down. Shaolin gets the W away from Kai'Sa, but that's a tickle me Kai'Sa when you don't have a AP build.
Yeah, just a little bit, just, you know, making sure that you say, hey, I'm here. Actually, you know, I'm like, W. Oh my god. Nautilus is going. Oh my, okay, no, it doesn't go in.
Chris needs to be careful. Like, the Draven doesn't have the flash, so this is a big window coming in from AaB, and they are aware of that. They have the control of the vision, and now that well, there we go. You know we're doing it. Can you step in? Can you do it? Sidon is so low. Bobbas as well. Here comes Death Charge going straight up for the Draven. The Chaos Storm is beautiful, but it's just not enough. As Gunku is on the backline demolishing everyone. Bobbas takes away the hearts of Chris, and it's a triple kill. But this is coming in for Bobbas as they take a clean ace, and AaB are fighting for life of light side.
Oh my goodness, they are taking the burn, they are denying Domino's. Couple of things here they're denying them, not just the objective bounties, but also their hopes of turning this game around, because can you really turn that around anymore? It doesn't look so, to be honest. Look at the fights that are happening all the time. They're so rapid, and that's exactly what AaB needs. And Viego gets so many resets in them over and over, and they're just such juicy resets for them. No matter who gets killed from Domino, Viego jumps in and he can use it to his fullest. Look at the man, he must be very happy with himself now.
beware of a man who has nothing to lose. That is exactly what we need to say most of the time. And AaB have nothing to lose. And I got information that Lightside is Swedish, not Danish. I was debated by production. I'm so sorry, guys. This is why I keep saying that pineapple is good, not pizza, because our production is Italian, and you need to get punished. I'm so sorry, guys. But the Swedish stream is alive!
Oh my god!
The Swedish stream is alive, as Sidon is going to get caught out of position. That's a dead Volibear, and Shaolin is forced to run away. There's nothing he can do right now. The Baron buff is giving them momentum, and AaB are looking to finish this one off. Yeah. Finishing the regular split with another victory versus Domino nonetheless.
Oh yes, they're really looking for it. They still have the Baron buff and they are going for it. The inner turret is no more. The base turret is not going to stand any longer as well. And the inhibitor is not going to be standing there naked for too long because AaB are taking it and they could potentially take the game as well. But maybe it's a good idea to just, you know, regroup a little bit, recharge, reset. The Drake is going to come up in a minute and that will be a soul for you. A pretty nice one. Go on, breathe in, breathe out, take it. Take the enemy in a team fight, finish the game in a fashionable manner.
620 for this team that is also getting den. It's not the first time someone's caught out of position on that little choking point. This is a beautiful Mega Gnar, but Sidon is way too low. Here comes a Heartbreaker. Chris is getting lonely. Ribery on the front of the fight, but he's not capable of securing any more kills as Baba comes in looking for Chris. They want to kill away the Draven, but he's way too tanky. The sustain is right there. Here comes the boss. Here comes the Guild Raid. Here comes Gugus for the tower dive. But he thinks twice about moving forward as AaB are going way too deep on this one. And the dream is still alive for Domino.
Yeah, the dream is, because apparently there was a little bit of overconfidence for AaB, but right now they're finally doing what they were supposed to do, what they're planning to do from the beginning, taking the soul in their hands and denying yet another objective bounty for them. You know, they managed to secure one, I think, with a turret on the bot lane, with not going there a little bit earlier, but they need to fight for this one. You cannot give the soul to AaB. But AaB are prepared. Look at them in the bush, silently standing there, waiting. They can just go in and steal it, or they can give it away. They can give it away.
This is only one dragon as well. You have such a big lead. You don't need to put yourself in that position of fighting for soul. It's 48,000 for 41. Even though it's 822, there's a slime chance that you might be able to pull it off. If you look into the gold difference, though, Gnar is so far behind. Look into the jungle as well. You're just... Every single lane is just skyrocketing in terms of gold. It's almost 9,000 gold. Well, 8,000 at this point. It's really complicated to come back from that. 7,000 as they secure themselves a little bit more gold.
Really complicated, if possible at all, to be honest, because that difference is just so drastic. It's
There's always a chance, Solari.
Of course, I'm not saying anything. Okay, I'm saying, but I'm not saying anything against it. Look at Bobas, though. Trying to make sure that there is no chance for Domino, but Domino are not giving up. They don't want to give the third lane, the third inner turret to the enemy. They are trying to protect it at all costs because another Baron, which will actually come up in a little bit more than a minute, and it could be a potential heavy push from AaB if they take this turret as well. And they're determined to take it apparently. But my goodness, no fight right now, but just so much tension around this poor turret. It means so much to everybody.
Rip wants to stack away the Mega Gnar. If this is going to be another charge in on the T2, they need to get the Mega Gnar available. Baron is going to respawn in 1 minute and 20 seconds, and this inhibitor does not provide anything else than farm and experience for Domino. So they're holding ground. They got themselves a dragon as well. There's a slim window where AaB may fall short, and Lightside are away from playoffs. Domino have the future on their hands, and it's when your spirit is broken that you face reality and fight for your dreams. Let's see if Domino are capable of doing that.
Is it broken? Is any spirit broken yet?
No, it's not.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Nothing broken yet. Everything can be turned around. There is always the table turner available for you when you expect it the least. You can give away the soul. You can wait for the Elder Drake if time allows you to wait for it. You can try to play from that. You can try to do something about the Baron that is going to spawn in less than half a minute now. Even though AaB are in advantage here, they have the vision secured around it. They are prepared for Domino coming. For Domino, options. They can go and try to fight for the Baron. They can go and try to go for the steal with the Volibear, even though this one is going to be extremely hard because of the terrain they're playing on. Or they can try to just stand at the base, prepare for the push, defend it, try maybe to go on the sidelines further. Options.
I think that's mostly it. You cannot fight for this Baron. You have to let it go and push the T2 if possible. Get some bounties as well. There's a bounty on the T1, on the T2 specifically. The T1 is way too dangerous to get themselves close to the team of AaB. If you don't have a turret to fall back into it, you might die.
Yeah.
So they try to push in, but it's way too late. They don't have the waves. The recall is wait, they're pinging? They want to just push mid lane? Even without going back and buying? Oh, this is the call. Salari, this is the call.
Yes. They don't even need to go back and buy anything. They just want to go in and finish the game right here, right now. The inhibitor is up, but is it up to see another day? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid my poor inhibitor is going back to the eternal slumber, say AaB, and destroy you on the spot. Domino preparing for potentially the last fight, but it's not going to happen here, apparently, say AaB, and now they recall.
They want to recall, they want to buy, and they want to prepare themselves to take away the soul. When you get the soul alongside with the banner, that's more than enough. That was a way too close recall in the face of the enemy. Teleport being used, they have 1 minute to secure the vision. And if you look into the map, it's mostly vision coming in from Domino. So they can use this to their advantage if they can secure those little bushes. We don't know where they are. I love this by production. This is what Domino are seeing. And Den was caught once. Will he fall short again?
Good question. Apparently not this time, he says. But look at that. The terrain currently is so good, actually, for Volibear to try and steal the dragon if they decide not to go for it first. But there is so much damage from AaB that the dragon will go down so rapidly that you might not have the time to jump around it and to dance around the timings. You need to have a fight here. Everybody understands it, and look at both teams. Oh, here it comes.
It's not enough. It's only a debate. Getting in the glacial augment. I think he was trying to bait in the aftershock or the flash away. Aftershock has a long cooldown, and this is the engage. This is the jungler. He couldn't breathe. The bat is dead, and then is forced to flash away. Now this is a free soul. There's no smites to fight off. Let it go, Domino. Let it go. Just like Elsa, you just need to let it go.
Apparently, because there is nothing else you can... Oh my god. There is nothing else you can do here. The soul has been secured by AaB. Go back, prepare for the push, because the Baron buff is still available for, I think, everybody in AaB team. So that poor turret that you were fighting for so relentlessly by just looking at each other, not exactly fighting, it goes down. Oh boy, it doesn't live anymore. And they go through the bot lane. Another turret before them and another inhibitor potentially to be taken down. Or you can just still go through the mid lane. It's open for you. Options available now for AaB.
There's a super minion in the mid lane if you want to use it, but they want to use that pressure to push in on the bot side. The turret is now taking a little bit of a beating by those minions. The siege minion is also doing his job as everybody's protecting that one. The soul is giving so much sustain for AaB that they cannot do it. Another hook, another death by side, and that's so much damage on one of the frontliners. Domino are looking grim. Lightside are smiling on the background as AaB are taking control of this one, Solari.
Oh, they are. Why are you asking me? Look at that. Look at this.
They're looking for Gunkus, but Gunkus is no fear available. Rift is going to transform himself into Megadon. Chris is going low, so the Megadon is forced to be used, but it's not enough. Boba's take the skill, and AaB, the last team, is going to take the hope and dreams of Domino as AaB will secure themselves their 4th victory, and Lightside will secure themselves playoffs, Salari.
They are, indeed. Congratulations to... Okay, congratulations to everybody, to be honest, in this game, because everybody takes something from it, but AaB take the pride and glory out of this one. Look at the score, look at the kills, look at everything. Oh my goodness, that was hell of a game, to be honest. I'm just So excited right now. I'm so happy. And you too, I can see your face. You too.
At the end of the day, Lightside didn't even need to win to get themselves access to playoffs as AaB take down Domino. Oh, this is a lot to take in by Domino and Lightside. Obviously, I would like to interview Lightside now because I know they will probably be screaming. On the other side, Domino have a long interview ahead of us. And AaB playing spoilers at the end of the split. The last game they could, they destroyed it. It was not close. It was not close. That's the problem. As soon as they got the lead, that was more than enough. So without further ado, I want to have those interviews. And I'll see you soon after this quick break. I don't know what to expect.